Welcome into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I'm Scott Beason. It is a Thursday, the second day of July in the year of our Lord 2026. I hope you are having a good morning, and I hope the last 21 hours since we last visited have gone well as well. We are glad you are here. We appreciate what you do for us, and I'm excited about this day. Sky, how are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
You're good? Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning.
Pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, it's Thursday.
I am revved up.
Really?
I am.
What's lit your fire?
Well, I have been revved up since last night. I have been a solid ambassador for the World Cup. I have been ceremoniously made one of the top 2 or 3 soccer fans in the state of Alabama. Probably going to have to get a certificate of some kind to put on the wall here so the folks watching on YouTube can see it. And it's my fault. Okay, so I call my neighbor. I'm like, hey, you watching the soccer game? He said, well, yeah, you want to come over? I'm like, yeah. So we end up with me and 2 of my neighbors, grown American men who predominantly are football fans, okay? Alabama football fans, college football fans mostly, and in sports in general. So I had already given one of them the whole thing that I gave y'all on the show about they have reviews and they're cracking down on flopping and all this kind of stuff. Oh, it's super exciting. So we're all there. I have gone out on a limb to defend this sport, okay? Did you watch any of the game?
I watched enough to know how disappointed and upset a lot of Americans are. Despite the win.
Despite the win. So what happens in the game is, our quote-unquote best player is really like a point guard, okay? So he doesn't get a whole lot of goals. But our best scorer, so our 2 best players, our best scorer is a guy named, I think it's Balagun. He's the guy that was born here because his mom the airline wouldn't take him back on the plane, and his family, I think, is from Nigeria or Ghana or one, and then he grew up in Britain or whatever. Anyway, he's our best scorer. He scores one time, and then so we're up 1-0. He scores another time, but they do the whole offside things, which, by the way, they got to fix some of that. So my recommendation is, my understanding is to score in soccer, in football, the ball has to completely go past the line. Okay, it's not like
what line?
The goal line in the goal.
Right.
It has to
goal.
go.
Yes.
It has to go completely past the white stripe.
Not touch it.
Not
like
touch
in
it.
Real football.
Not break the plane of it. You got to
Right.
get it totally. So you know what it's like? It's like in volleyball, or it's like in in tennis. Where the ball touches the line, it's still in. Okay, that's the goal.
Right.
So if it's still touching the line in soccer, it's still in bounds. It has not gone into the goal. So that's the thought process. The outside edge of the line, if the ball's touching it all, it's hanging in the playing field. So it's got to cross the thing completely. So why is offsides? Because they got this new computer thing that draws this line across the field, like Tron, the movie Tron, where they're riding the motorcycles, and the motorcycle goes by and it leaves a wall of light.
And you don't want to run into that.
That's what they show when they're showing you the official review, is there's a wall of light. And half your body is on the left side of the wall of light, and you might have an arm sticking out. So I'm recommending that they change the offsides rule, is the offensive player has to be completely past the wall of light. And the wall of light's got to be on the very last edge of the defender. You get what I'm saying?
That would sync it up. Yeah, it would sync it up with the goal process.
With the goal idea.
Makes sense.
You got to be completely past it, or you're still in the offensive playing field.
Continuity of rules.
Which
that
would make
sense.
it easy to tell, because now it looks like they're doing some sort of, well, how much of his body's passed and how much of his body's not? I'm like, so maybe it's just a little break the plane thing, but let's be consistent with the rules. Anyway, my buddies are there. I'm out on a limb, and they're asking, can you do that?
And you're supposed to know because you're the ambassador.
Yeah, can you just grab a hold of people? Can you just hug people? Could you just grab them from behind? Well, no. Well, why are they letting them do it? I don't Can you just do that? No. Well, why aren't they calling it? I'm just looking down. And then lo and behold, two guys go down, okay? Which they do all the time. And I'm telling you, it is – I know this is a term you're not supposed to say, but it's very much in our culture now, fake and gay. It is just so fake and gay, Sky.
Yeah.
Every time two guys run by each other, they bump shoulders. One of them gets off balance. You know what he does? Lays on the ground and grabs his calf. They're always grabbing their calves. I don't know how their socks are not worn through from how much they grab their calves. And if the ref's not paying attention, he's like, half the time he's like, play on, it don't matter. Play on, it doesn't matter. Well, two guys run into each other. One guy is like, I'm doing this on purpose. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's hurt. He's really hurt. The ref, who doesn't call anything on the play, he doesn't give yellow card, which is, hey, that's bad. You get two of these, you're out. He doesn't give a yellow card at all. He's like, I think they're both going for the ball. He doesn't say that. They're both looking at the ball. Then he goes and does his little review, and our guy, his cleat hits the other guy on the back of the leg, which is apparently a terrible violation in soccer or whatever. That's why they all fall down and grab the back of their calf, because that means you've been spiked, you've been cleated. He didn't go for the ball. Mm-hmm. Well, while the guy's laying there like he's dying, they go review it and give our best scorer, the guy who scored once, put another one in the goal, but was called offsides, Balogun, they kick him out of the game with a red card. They didn't elevate a yellow card that he called on the play and they said, oh, I didn't see it. Oh, it was way worse than I thought it was. They just red carded him. We played 30-something minutes of the second half with 10 guys. So in hockey, which we all watched during the Olympics, you get the power play. This ref gave the other team last night the power play for like 35 minutes. And on top of that, that guy cannot play in the next round because of a red card.
Is the still power play in effect in the next game?
No. We can play all 11 guys, but he's our best scorer.
Right. So
they cut us off at the knees by one ref who can't call holding. And then when I'm saying holding, Sky, I know this is on radio, okay? I'm talking about hugging people from behind. Not just grabbing the jersey, which happens a lot. I'm talking about full out hugging them, jumping on top of them, and you're like, really? You can? So I was telling Jared at the thing. I said, with soccer refs, I feel like it's a little bit like when the liberals are in charge of the Department of Justice. You can go commit a crime. Joe can go commit a crime. Jared can go commit a crime. Dobbs can go commit a crime. All y'all can do the same crime. I wander up and do one bit of the crime. Just start. I'm in prison for intending to commit the crime that y'all actually committed, but they didn't say anything to y'all about it. That guy, in my opinion, knew that's America's best scorer. They're America's only winning 1-0. I'm going to give Bosnia-Herzegovina an unbelievable chance to win this game by making the United States play with 10 guys for like 30-something minutes. I'm just, it is astounding. And then, to make it worse, okay, and this is what kills me, people are complaining about it, Americans complaining about it on the interwebs. And the soccer Karens and Kyles are out with two responses. One is, well, the rules say if you're going to cleat him, you can control your body, and you can't cleat him in the cleat, and it doesn't matter that if it's intentional or not intentional because they're both looking at the ball. You get that one. Right. And then you get people flop in your sports too. Yeah, and you know what? We hate it, but it is a part of your game. Y'all are purposefully doing that over and over. Y'all make LeBron. It's like LeBron James made up the rules for soccer.
Yeah.
Let's just flop and see. And then you can run by our goalie. And look, our goalie faked being hurt too. Okay, let's be honest. But the guy runs by our goalie and kind of shoves him on the ground. He's on the ground already, kind of pushes his arm down on him. Now, he might have been saying, hey, good job, but it didn't look like it. He didn't pat him on. He shoves him down. And our goalie's like, oh, my gosh, I hit my head. It's terrible. I'm dying. Does he get a penalty? Does he get a red? Does he even get a yellow card? No. He doesn't even get a yellow card for that. But our guy is kicked out of the game and can't play the next game for something that was inadvertent. So Rocon Tour is going to explain to me how I'm wrong on the other side. We got to take a break. I'm fired up today. It's the July the 4th edition. God bless America. And, man, it's going to be good. Y'all don't want to miss it. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. Sky and I have been doing a little research during the break. Rocon Tour, I'm coming to you in just a second, but I want people to realize I'm not completely nuts. Well, at least on this topic. This is from the AI accumulation of stuff. The referee for the USA Bosnia-Herzegovina World Match was Rafael Klaus from Brazil. But Klaus is not the guy who called it. The Venezuelan. What didn't we throw out the ruler of Venezuela just a few months back?
Well, we being the royal we, yes,
Yeah.
I guess we did.
Yeah, Venezuelan video assistant referee Juan Ernesto Soto Arevalo. He's got 47 names. Flagged the play for an on-field review. Hey, you need to go check that. That's in slow motion. That looks really bad. Straight red card, which is for a serious foul play. Throughout the game, Rafael Klaus allowed highly physical play to slide, refusing to issue yellow cards while Bosnia routinely battered the U.S. players. That's from Yahoo Sports. the tournament precedent, bringing up the fact that Lionel Messi had an unpunished, highly similar challenge during Argentina's opening World Cup match against Algeria, which did not result in a card of any color. Didn't even give the yellow card. So here's the deal. The suspension carries an automatic one-match suspension, and with FIFA, who there is no appeal, even in the World Cup. You cannot appeal a straight red card or its automatic suspension. U.S. coach Pochettino called the decision never a red card, but noted the team cannot fight it. The next match means that Balogun can't be on the field, can't be on the bench, and cannot be in the locker room.
So he's suspended from the team.
He is suspended for the team for a game.
That's bollocks. Bollocks.
It's a bunch of bull hog.
That's a soccer term.
They're trying to. I hate them. I just
awful.
FIFA
it's
and
disgusting.
the whole. It's just that
Selective
you can,
enforcement.
Yes.
Totally sandbag the American team in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they advanced, they're screwed in the next
and there's
round.
no way he's. I mean, there's no
I'll
way he
watch
doesn't
the- I'll
know
watch
what
the
he's
play.
doing. He's a freaking Brazilian referee in the World Cup, and
What's
so
he
did
really
his little
doing?
Venezuelan buddy.
And it was totally unintentional, and just like there was nothing called on the play.
Exactly.
It was until
and they were both
we're
looking
gonna-
at the ball.
Yeah, and the guy that it happened to, that they really just got tangled up.
They did.
The other guy, he came over and said, "Hey, to the American, it's okay, man.
Well, it's not
no
his
problem."
bad, because
Right.
every one of them are all like, I'm dying, I'm dying. Yes.
Come on.
Because if you get a
Come
yellow
on.
card, you play less aggressively because you get the second one.
you might get a second, right?
And then you get the second, that counts as a red, and you're done.
Totally.
So let's go to Rocontour.
Bull.
Maybe Rocontour will talk me off the ledge, talk me off the cliff. If it hadn't been for Tillman's crazy free kick he kicked it right over the two short guys' heads. I mean, it was awesome. Me, my friends, everybody will be like, we're out. We're out. We've had enough of this. This is a crock. This is worse than bad refs. And you know what this is? This is when that ref decides, hey, I don't like Georgia, and I'm going to give targeting to their linebacker early,
Yeah, it's very similar
early or
to-
late in
to
the
get
game,
rid of him.
so that I can help the other team be able to run the ball. And they do that. Nobody can tell me they don't do that sometimes. It's selective prosecution as well. And I use Georgia, so no Alabama Auburn people get upset. But y'all have seen it. Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, how is that any worse than wait a minute. The running back put his head. Oh, helmet to helmet contact, are you? And you know how you love how the TV guys are always like, most of the time are trying to, well, you know, it was. I'm like, shut up. Just either ignore it, do like they did in soccer last night. The camera pans down to see the guy that was terribly hurt, laying on the field, wallering. Our player gets a red card. They zoom down to see who's being substituted back in, because you got to go out for like a minute. It's that guy who was just dying. And then the camera goes,
I'm okay.
You can hear the camera. In my mind, I can hear the camera guy, you know, the head guy. He's like, oh, crap, turn away. You don't want all the Americans seeing that the guy we just lost one of our best players for is running back on the field.
Non-reviewable. Right.
Ridiculous. Rocontour, help me out, brother. Call me off the cliff. I'm supposed to be celebrating America's birthday today.
Well, you're going to have to cut me off today. I got a lot to say. But first of all, I want to start off with God bless our troops. God bless America. And bring on Belgium, baby.
Yeah, you know, I am excited about that, but I can't get over what they did to us.
Well, I think it's poetic.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm saying that is because in this week where we celebrate the history of the greatest nation on earth, we're rewriting soccer history.
Okay, all right, you're making me feel better.
They're setting goals, they're changing narratives. The win last night was the first win in 14 matches over a European team. The last European team we beat was Bosnia-Herzegovina.
That's a good start.
12 years ago, we played Belgium, and they did beat us. Tim Howard set a World Cup record for the number of saves by a goalkeeper.
Okay.
We played that match with a starting scorer who was injured, and we had to substitute him. Just like we're going into Belgium again
Wow.
with a starter who is out, and we're going to have to substitute him. So we're going to rewrite that old history and make it all brand new.
Okay. So
I dare say,
intriguing.
here's your word for the day. I dare say that last night was the second most important day of this week, other than the holiday that we will celebrate on the overmorrow.
really, is overmorrow mean day after
Yeah.
tomorrow?
It does.
Road Couture is educated. I don't know. Did you go to public school?
I did, but I also stuck a hairpin in an electrical socket when I was 2, and life changed.
There you go. All right, you're like my son. Everything you see or
Yeah.
hear, I told you he knows the middle names of all the characters from Scooby Doo
Wow. That's
Wow.
impressive.
because they apparently were mentioned like on one episode in 20 different years, and he saw it somewhere, so he knows it. I'm like, that's
Wow,
insane.
that's impressive. So let's get to Raphael Claus, who is obviously the evil brother of Santa.
Yes.
So, conspiracy theories abound. He was implicated and investigated for a match-fixing scenario down in Brazil where he supposedly threw out red cards that affected the outcome of matches.
I knew it.
No way.
I knew this guy was dirty.
How can you get that and then call World Cup games?
Well, he was cleared of all the charges.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
supposedly, it was investigated, but they couldn't find anything. So, it was
He
alleged.
couldn't prove
but
anything.
He was
came
That's what you
framed.
mean. He couldn't
Correct.
prove anything. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he last night his call was you've got different classifications of ref. That's the worst kind of ref, an inconsistent ref.
Mhm.
The line moves. It's physical here, but it's not physical there.
Mm-hmm.
You make a great point about the difference between the call last night and the no call against Messi in Algeria.
Mm-hmm.
With Messi, he was actually going for a tackle, which is part of the nomenclature used in the aggressive foul play for red card.
Mm-hmm.
I know this because I'm one training course away from being able to certify high school refs, 3
Ooh.
courses away from being able to train semi-pro and college refs.
Wow.
Well, look, I'm nominating you for the World Cup because these guys stink.
Oh no, I don't want that headache. But Messi was also cleats to the calf from behind, trying to take a ball from a player. No call. With Balogun, the problem with the call on Balogun is the same call with the birthright citizenship issue. Intent matters.
So
He was not
intent is in
going-
the rules, right?
Well, it's vicious, excessive play. The primary overriding rule of soccer is you have to play under control.
Okay.
He was playing under control, but, at the same time, he's going backwards. He's going for the ball. The Bosnian player's going for the ball.
Hey,
And
hold
he
on
was
just a second,
stepping
real
on the
Couture.
guy's
I got to
foot.
carry you over. It's good stuff for me. I don't know if anybody else cares, but I do for sure. So we'll be right back.
To Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I'm Scott Beason. Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully the live stream is working today. If anybody wants to listen to it or see it or whatever, it looks as if it's working, so that's always good. Always check on us. Our computers are also beeping anytime I say a certain word that I don't know why it does that, so that's there too. It's all part of the show. You know what? Never mind. I was going to say that that is our smoke detector.
Crickets.
Just beep. Just randomly beep. Let's go back to Roke on Tour. Roke on Tour, welcome back. We appreciate what you do for us. And I learned another word. I learned overmorrow from you, and air yesterday is another term that I'm now going to start to use for day before yesterday.
Ere the overmorrow, we will celebrate.
Just cause. For celebration.
See, here. Old
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
That's a load of bollocks.
My word.
I like saying words you can say because Karen can't call and she doesn't know what it means, so she's not mad. If she did know what it means, she's gonna call and be mad about it.
Bloody well right. Okay. Almost
just don't say either of those words on British television. You'll get thrown off.
I heard.
Really?
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, bollocks, bloody, all yes.
Still like
Bloody's
that.
about as vulgar as you can say in Britain.
Like bloody well better. That'll get you kicked off the radio over there?
Ask the Sex Pistols
yeah.
and Supertramp. Let's see, Bloody Well Right. Supertramp. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't know it was still in effect.
Well, I mean, they have their priorities. It's better to stab somebody with a giant knife than to say bloody.
A mean word.
You
Sort of
can say
mean
the
word,
F
Bates.
word over there before you can say bloody.
Oh, my gosh.
What a world.
So what else you got, man? You talking me off the ledge.
Okay. All right. So just to sum up the red cards are issued for dangerous or excessive tackles or challenges against an opponent.
Okay.
He was not trying to tackle him and take the ball. He was not trying to challenge him to take the ball. Was it a yellow card? Absolutely. A red card? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sums it up nicely.
And then with FIFA, you can't appeal. You can't go to anybody. It's just whatever. So let me ask you this. So FIFA has a setup where if I could figure out how to blackmail or reward a ref, he could take Messi out of a World Cup match that easily.
That is way too much power with no oversight. Way too much power.
Yeah.
Well, we do remember that FIFA is the organization that it came out. All of their top people were bribed millions and millions of dollars to put the World Cup in different nations.
Yeah.
And they had to throw out their entire board of directors over it.
So it could be corrupt, top to bottom.
It has been proven corrupt. Probably still
Correct.
is.
Well, and being back to the match, it was a very physical match. And I'll give you another example. Malik Tillman, the kid who hit the free kick at the end of the game to put us up 2-0,
Yep.
had
Great.
gotten stepped on by somebody wearing cleats so badly it cut through his shoe, his sock, and into his foot. And he had to go change cleats to continue playing. When he took his shoe off, I mean, his sock was just all bloody.
Wow. Okay. See, that's a
And
real
he kicked the free
injury.
kick with that.
So they're wearing spikes?
No, they're still
Oh,
plastic.
yeah, that's why. Oh, no, it's plastic-coated metal.
Oh, they're plastic coated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's plastic-coated metal. So when he went into the back of his calf, he went into his back of his calf with spikes,
Okay.
which is why it's a little more serious and it takes a little more longer to walk off because you got to make sure you're okay and be able to run another 5 miles to finish the match.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. That kid kicked really, really well.
Yeah.
Looking ahead to Belgium, I had to check the odds. You know how much the losing the leading score was going to affect Team USA. Checking with Vegas, the American team is a slight favorite. Slight
Really?
over Belgium. Yes, it's not much, but I was expecting Belgium to be favored in the upcoming match when you lose your leading score. So what do you think? Rock on Tour. You're the expert.
Okay, well, I'll give you both sides of it. In March, we played them in a warm-up match, and they beat us 5-2.
Oh.
However, pretty much our entire defensive back of the team was not playing in that game, match.
It was a friendly.
It was a friendly. So think like Turkey 8, where we had a bunch of subs on the field, and they had subs on the field. So it's not a true indicator of what this match coming up is going to be. The other thing is that team that beat us 12 years ago in 2014 in Brazil, where Tim Howard set the World Cup record for saves.
Yeah.
A third of their team played in that game, so they're old.
Wow.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Younger players.
A third of the team is still left?
Yeah.
Oh.
For Belgium.
Wow.
Yeah, it's either 4 or 5 Belgian players that played on that 2014 World Cup team.
All right, here's my final question for you, Roken Tour. The Belgian team, is it full of people from their colonies, or is it full of Belgian people? I'm sorry, I gotta know.
There's a lot of Flemish talent on that team.
Okay.
All right. Look at that answer.
I love it. He didn't say native.
A lot of Flemish talent, and they're old.
Yeah, they're at least 12 years older than last time.
They were last
So.
time. Roken Tour, thank you very much. You've helped me out a little bit. I still think it's rigged.
It's bollocks.
It's a load of bollocks, bloody bollocks on top of that.
Right on.
Gracias, my friend. Have a happy Independence Day.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, man.
Happy 4th.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
cleared up some of the mystery.
They're cheating the U.S.
match.
We cleared that up.
Yeah, I think so. Totally, Sam. Got them coming in going.
Yeah, it's bad.
But if they didn't lose that
We're
game,
going to overcome. I can hear Rocky music playing right now. If we don't send our guys to train in the snow somewhere over the next few days, we are not Americans. We'll be back.
Independence Hall, 4th of July, could run right up the steps.
They did do something.
Get a video.
Now we are the underdogs. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Thanks for listening. And look, we're cutting edge here because we're earlier in the day, and it looks like social media is finally wound up. Everybody's figuring it out that it was a crock call, but we're going to overcome it, and we're going to be like Rocky. We're going to take the beatings, and we're going to win. We're even going to beat the Belgians.
Sometimes these things have a way of bringing a team together.
And then we're going to get
losing our leading scorer
back for the next round, and he's going to be playing like a madman.
Watch out!
And it might just turn out to be a Cinderella story.
It's a motivational
absolutely
factor if you play it that way. And I think we've got a good coach that can
I
lead
like
this
our
team
coach
in that direction.
He's
I really do.
Pretty good. Another Rocky kind of story really come back from just being held down and oppressed. Red Top, welcome to the program.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Red Top.
And no more whining about calls. This ain't football season.
That's true. We're going to whine about those, too.
And these refs here, I don't know if you realize this, they're staying with the WNBA refs.
That's actually not a bad line. They did a little brushing up on their refereeing with the WNBA refs. That's a good point.
Oh, yes. They are been dealing with the Caitlin Clark consultants.
That's not a foul. That's a foul.
Yes. That's not a foul. Okay, I'm going to straighten something out real quick. When I was talking the other day, and I told you I had to take my driving test.
Yes.
So I say, roll tide, go Trump. And when I come in the house, because my customer says, they were all talking about, well, what did Red Top get his license? Why was he taking his license? I know all this stuff. And I'm going, wait a minute, I better straighten this out. You guys are too wacky and got too great of imagination for me to let this hang. Okay.
True story.
This was ridiculous, guys.
Okay.
In 2016, I'm pulling up to Fairground Road, and my ladder's loose on my truck, so I unhook my seatbelt. Well, nobody on the road but me and this police cruiser. He pulls over, turns around, and says, you didn't have your seatbelt on. And I said, well, I was about to get out of my truck and check my ladders. Give me a license and insurance. So I'm going, oh, God. And I was stopped, man. I was sitting there. I was not moving. Okay,
Right.
So this wouldn't have been a move. So he comes back and gives me a ticket, guys. And I said, please give me a warning. I've never had a seatbelt ticket before and all that. So I thought he gave me a warning. He did not.
Man.
Okay. I did not know this. So I rarely get any tickets. I get a ticket for going through the red light. Didn't quite make it. And the policeman comes up and gets the license and insurance. And unfortunately, I had lost my license during the pandemic. I don't know when in the hell the
you mean like you couldn't
was.
find it. Right. I got you.
No,
Physically.
I just carried an old one.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it. I know everybody everywhere I go. If you ask me for my license and don't look at me and ask me for my license, you're just damn stupid. I'm 72 years old.
Right.
Okay, so he comes back to my van. He says, "Sir, your license has been suspended since 2017."
Oh, well, that'll get you, Red Top.
And I go, whoa. And I'm going, he said, seatbelt ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told me, he says, I could have your truck towed right this minute, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
He was very nice. I was very nice. And so I got the ticket.
Why didn't you just tell him you're illegally here from Ireland or Scotland?
No, man. I'm sorry. I'm smarter than that.
I actually thought that was pretty smart.
I do not sound like I'm from England or Scotland.
Oh.
Believe me. Okay. And so he was a corporal. He was a white cop in that black pickup truck around Lee High School. Everybody's seen him.
Okay.
And so I called my friend, the Attorney General, ex-Attorney General. He gave me good advice. Pay all your tickets. Get everything done before you go to court. And one reason why I want to bring this up, I want to tell everybody how nice everybody was at the Montgomery Courthouse and at Aaliyah and at the driver's license place. Everybody was super nice and cooperative. It surprised me because that's not the way it was when I got my license. when I was 16 years old.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's a good story.
And
So,
then let me tell you what I did, which is good. I went to court. The first thing I did to the judges was a black lady. I apologized to the judge, the court, and the city of Montgomery for my wrongdoings. She ate it up.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lesson in this, kids.
Yeah.
Listen up. Show remorse.
Be very polite.
Mm-hmm.
She was very nice to me. And I paid it cost me about $480 for all the fines and the reinstatement fee and all that kind of stuff.
That's
but
not terrible considering what a speeding ticket is.
Well, I mean, speed ticket's $181.
Yeah. Oh, you
Still.
sure knew that quick.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
He studied up before he went to court. Man.
Oh man, and you know what? I studied that. Like I told you, I studied that driver's manual like nobody you've ever seen.
Yep.
I know it inside and out, and it was in the truck with me. They inspect your vehicle now whenever you go to take your license. You better have all your blinkers and all the backup lights and tires looking good.
Wow.
I don't remember that part before.
No, that's new.
Yeah, that's new. So be prepared for that, and then you better have seatbelts working and all that stuff. But that's what happened. It was nothing criminal.
No.
I don't make a good
You just
criminal.
drove around without a license for like 9 years.
And it all started trying to do a safety check on the road.
Yeah.
See?
Trying to keep other people safe.
That's right.
No, I got a ticket. There was no safety checks on the road, guys.
Hey, look,
I
you're
thought
not in
you were
court
checking your
anymore.
ladder.
You don't have to keep being so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we know better.
We knew you were checking on that ladder, and they didn't care.
Nope.
Oh no. Okay, and so let's say y'all just remember, and if this weekend the cops are going to be everywhere.
We got to go,
the
man.
motorcycle
Better
cops, all right.
hit
Roll
it.
Tide, go Trump.
You
Talk to
got
y'all.
it. Happy
Yes, sir.
Happy Independence Day. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
To Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. We appreciate you listening to the show. Don't forget, overmorrow is Independence Day, and God bless America, 250th birthday. Fascinating aspects when it comes to quote-unquote conservatives and liberals. How many conservatives in this country are very patriotic? How many liberals apparently just hate the country?
They do.
And it's been getting worse and worse and worse for the past 20 years. I would argue the education system has done a lot of that. Media has done a lot of that. There has been an orchestrated effort to undermine the love Americans have for their country. It has been done on purpose, that people have wanted Americans to hate America. And it's a sad thing. It's been perpetrated by our enemies. Many of our enemies are inside the gates. Some foreign nations have helped do it. Some different groups of people have helped do it. Some people have done it. Some people have done it because they indeed hate the country. Other people have done it because they've been able to be grifters and profit from a industry that rage baits people. And it's been very profitable for them. But unfortunately, they have gone a very, very long way in undermining the country. And they started it a long, 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 long time ago. I ran across a clip where a couple people were talking. I think the guy talking was David Barton's son, who's into a lot of historical documents and stuff. And he'll take grief from the left, and it's always he's a pseudo historian, and other historians don't agree, all this kind of stuff. But I've talked about him on the show before. One of the books he has is the Jefferson Lies. He's big on America having a Christian heritage, etc. And I thought it was fascinating. As we go towards Independence Day, we have all these debates about. And this is one of the things that started years ago, okay? When the left started saying, hey, America's not a Christian nation. And a lot of people are like, what does it matter? It's America. We have the Declaration of Independence. We have the Constitution. Why are we always fighting about that? Well, because countries are torn down by losing their heroes, by losing their history. And when you take away the heroes and you take away the history that involves those heroes, you begin to undermine why people love the country, the greatness, the specialness of the United States. I think Rush Limbaugh used to call it the exceptionalism of the United States. And when you undermine the heroes, or you take away the very aspects, and our education system is so poor, not because of the teachers, mostly because of the people who actually produce the books. The folks on the college level, they know what they're doing, but a lot of the K-12 teachers, they're just teaching whatever's in the books. Okay, they're teaching. They're given the fifth grade history book, and maybe that's Alabama history, or I don't know when they teach U.S. history anymore. And they're just going by what's in there. They don't know. When history focuses on slavery all the time, like that's all America was slavery, that's how you get kids who think America was always an evil place. That all that mattered in the history of the United States was slavery, civil rights, everything else doesn't matter. When there's all sorts of focus on people in the 1960s versus they might know who George Washington is, but after that, they probably don't know any founding fathers. They might know some Thomas Jefferson because they'll get the lie about him and Sally Hemings. So they get that. They're even their families, the good families, I say good family, the families who take the time to take their kids to historical places now also get brainwashing. Have you ever been to one of those like Mount Vernon or to Monticello, and you got the one guy who's probably me now, who the lady's doing the talk, and he goes, that's probably not true, right? and then
Sir, I've been that guy.
And she loses her stuff.
I've been.
You've been that guy too?
Yes, I have.
Absolutely. And
I couldn't stand it anymore.
I'm for that. Saying that these people have to be stopped. So when you have these whole things, I remember being in a discussion with someone about the whole, was America a Christian nation, et cetera, et cetera. And they do these things like, well, look at the treaty that they signed when they were signing it with the Barbary pirates or whatever, where it says, we're not explicitly a Christian nation. I'm like, that's weird, because why do you put a bunch of weight in dealings with the Muslim pirates, but you don't give any weight to the Declaration of Independence, where they're saying, hey, look, endowed by our Creator, those sorts of things. Why do you avoid that? Well, because we got this right here where it's specifically clear. Well, David Barton's son was talking, I think he was talking to Tucker Carlson, actually. And I don't know how I missed this guy, but he's talking about the Treaty of Paris. Okay?
Okay. That at the end of the Revolution, our treaty with Great Britain.
Right.
Correct.
Yes. The Treaty of Paris is officially, hey, this is how America is actually starting. Because you can fight about it. I mean, so think about that, Scott. I don't know if I believe that. Really? So when two people get a divorce, when are they not married?
When it becomes final.
When the documents are signed and now she's completely free, right? He's completely free. He's done with her. She's done with him, right?
I know this by experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Day before that, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long they were separated, right? Doesn't matter how much they hated each other. Doesn't matter how much they fought. Doesn't matter how much they set each other's cars on fire. Doesn't matter how much they egged each other's houses. It doesn't matter what all they did. It's not till the final agreement, right? The final agreement for America and Great Britain was the Treaty of Paris, signed in September 3rd, 1783. Okay?
It's a long war.
The document that starts America. You want me to read you the first sentence of it? Let's see who it was signed by. It was signed by John Adams, Benjamin Franklin. Remember? Benjamin Franklin's, he won't even have anything to do with any God stuff, right? Because that's Benjamin Franklin. He's with them deists. Him and Jefferson, they're just deists, right? Right? That's what we're taught.
Okay.
That's what we're taught. I'm telling you
what
what
the textbook
taught.
says now?
Yeah. John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, and John Jay. Now, that's heavy hitters.
That's some great minds right there.
Let's see. Signed and negotiated. Signed last page of signatures of David Hartley, who represented Great Britain, and the three American negotiators who signed their names in alphabetical order. Pretty strong. You mean to read? I want to read y'all the first line of this. In the name of the most holy and undivided Trinity. Who y'all think they're talking about?
Is there any doubt in that statement?
Oh, when you get the Trinity, you are full on, full out Christianity, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. I'll give you the next sentence. It having pleased the divine providence, I would say that's God, Christian God, to dispose the hearts of the most serene and most potent Prince George III, by the grace of God, King of Great Britain, France, and Ireland, Defender of the Faith, Duke of Brunswick and Lunenburg, Arch-Treasurer and Prince-Elector of the Holy Roman Empire, etc., and of the United States of America. To forget all past misunderstandings and differences that have unhappily interrupted the good correspondence and friendship which they mutually wish to restore, and to establish such a beneficial and satisfactory intercourse between the two countries upon the ground of reciprocal advantages and mutual convenience as may promote and secure to both perpetual peace and harmony. They do not use a lot of periods back in the 1780s. But let me remind everyone again as we head for the fourth. The Treaty of Paris, the first sentence that is set aside and leads the whole thing. In the name of the most holy and undivided Trinity. Now,
no ambiguity there whatsoever.
No. When Benjamin Franklin was there, he signed it. Franklin signed it. Hartley signs it first, then Adams, then Franklin, then John Jay. Right before they sign, done at Paris, this 3rd day of September, in the year of our Lord, 1783. We'll be back.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Scott Beason.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Just going off what we were talking about just a few minutes ago, it's fascinating to me to see all of the effort that is done to cause people in our great country not to love the United States. Just the fact that people who are patriots are vilified, made fun of. And we've been going through this the past few days, past couple weeks, even when we went back to Juneteenth, the fact that the federal government, when under Joe Biden, when Juneteenth was made a national holiday, which is fine with me, whatever. I don't think it should have been officially called any sort of Independence Day, which allowed people to go out and say, hey, this is our Independence Day, and then y'all have your Independence Day, which that is not, in my opinion, good for the United States. Now, do most normal people see it that way? No. Do the rabble-rousers see it that way? Yes. Do the instigators see it that way? Yes. Do college professors teach it to mine and your children that way? Yes. Did y'all see where they were celebrating Somalian Independence Day?
I did. I saw did you see the video of the man in the crowd with the
one
Minnesota
guy
Twins
standing
hat?
in the crowd like he doesn't know where he is? Yes. He's like, what the heck has happened?
It was profoundly moving to watch that. And that's in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And there he was. I don't know where he thought he was going.
Why would we celebrate Independence Day from Somalian Independence Day in the United States?
I have the answer to that, sir.
Well,
because it's been colonized. It is now a Somali
It's a colony of Somalia.
In a state, in a supposedly sovereign state in the United States.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So those people are not Americans; they're Somalians.
No, they've been
they celebrate
colonized.
Somalia.
Yes.
We started this whole thing with the World Cup. Let me ask you, because part of me, I'm a little bit split on this. Okay, Americans who are all ginned up about the country their families are from's soccer team. That's fine. But I want to know, are you also for the U.S.? Who are you for first? That is my question. They made this big deal the other night. I watched Morocco play somebody, and they had this whole segment about the Moroccan communities, especially this one on the East Coast somewhere, and they're all about Moroccan soccer. And it was a nice little, hey, look, these are cool families were nice. Everybody acted nice. It was super good. Didn't see a lot of burqas on the women and stuff, so I got some questions about that. I don't know how that works when you come to the United States. Do you not have to do all the stuff you do over there? Because Morocco is one of those places where you have to wear all the stuff, isn't it? Or is it? It may not be.
I don't think so.
I don't know. But it is Islamic, right?
It's not fundamentally Islamic.
So it's kind of like
ruled.
Turkey?
Yeah. It's
like Turkey, yay?
Not like Iran, where it is fundamental Islamic rule.
I got you.
As a nation.
I got you. There's
a big difference.
If you don't have the ninja suit on, you get beat or executed or whatever. Okay, fine. But I have no problem with that. I get it. The Italians are for Italy. The Germans are for the Germans, the whole 9 yards. But the Moroccans are for Morocco. But I still want to know, are you for the U.S. too? If the United States plays Morocco, who are you for? Now, the reason I ask that is, let me ask Sky. Sky is of Scottish heritage?
Well, Norwegian English.
Okay, Norwegian. Mm-hmm. Norwegian English. Norway was in the World Cup. England was in the World Cup. If the United States had to play England on July the 4th, like people thought it would kind of work out, if both of them, if the U.S. did worse, and I think that was what they were saying, if the U.S. did worse, who are you for, Sky?
USA, baby.
I mean,
that's
it's not. There's not even a
home.
debate.
No, no question.
That's what I don't get is how can people be Americans and then be for, again, I'm fine with you being for the country your family's from, whatever. But I would love to know if they play each other who you're for. Are you
There's
for
some
America?
historical answer to your question.
What?
Up in the cities up north and in the Midwest, they had neighborhoods like Greek, Italian,
Little Italy.
neighborhoods, German
Okay.
neighborhoods, and they were fiercely, about their Italian heritage.
Yes.
But they were also wanted to become. They wanted their children to speak English and learn to be American.
Right.
Because they were grateful for the opportunity that they'd been. They didn't just come across the border.
All right.
They became immigrants.
They wanted to be
learned our system.
Americans.
They took because of the land of opportunity.
They didn't want to go to America. They wanted to become Americans.
Yes.
Now, that's a different thing, isn't it?
That is completely different than what we're witnessing and observing now, and that is the difference.
All right, so let me ask.
There was a gratitude
Right.
for what they had been given, and they earned it, Scott.
Was there any?
They weren't bought off.
Was there any
to come over here.
concern? And maybe there was, because I wasn't there. But Italian Americans went and fought in World War II against Italians.
Yes, they did. German Americans
Went and fought against Germans.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure there was some, somebody somewhere up the ladder was like, hey, now are we sure about all these guys? Well, we're not sure about all of them, but we're sure about the vast, overwhelming majority. They are Americans, and they will fight for America. But if you think about the world we live in today, 250th anniversary of America, the greatest country in the world, all these people from all over the world have come here to go to these World Cup games. They love America. They've had great experiences, which thank the Lord for that, because so many of them had to be in blue dot cities for days and days and days at a time. And I'm just thankful that there wasn't some sort of drive-by mass shooting, mostly peaceful protest and hurt a bunch of people from another country. But say we were in a conflict, something happened over there with all the crazies over in that side of the world, and Morocco gets involved. Are the folks here from Morocco, are the Somalians? Are the Somalians fighting with us? Or are they fighting on the side of Somalia? By the way it looks.
I think the answer is fairly obvious.
It does seem obvious.
Yes.
And then you have to couch that in the fact that all of these folks who came over as, victims or refugees, asylum seekers, illegally, often, their kids are citizens. Kids are citizens. Kids may not speak the language. Kids may hate America. Kids may, because of their parents, they're not being Americanized. Their kids are kept inside the colony to remain Somalian, to remain whatever. And it is going to be a problem.
Well, these people don't live in a vacuum. Well, you touched on it earlier. The immigrants of old, they came here to build America.
Yes.
They didn't jump a fence necessarily. They came over. They went through the procedures. They became Americans, and they were proud of it.
Yeah.
It was the American dream. They escaped their homeland to come here and live the American dream. And now what you have, the people that are bringing these immigrants in, they know the score.
Yeah.
They're bringing them in to destroy America. They believe America is an evil place.
Yeah.
They believe it has a unredeemable history.
Yeah.
And they are often paid for, given all kinds of incentives to come here illegally. So how do you expect them to behave?
Well, that's another good point. I was trying to think how you do that. So say there's an abandoned lot, abandoned warehouse somewhere in Alabama, somewhere in America. And it's run down, the fences are beat up, there's trash everywhere, the whole 9 yards. And you and I are probably not going by there. I said, Sky, hey, you want to go hang out at the warehouse? And he's like, Heck no. Why would I do that? I'm not going there no matter what. I don't like it there. I hate it there. Yeah, but some people like it, Sky. I mean, why don't we go hang out there? I'm not going to hang out there. Okay, well, if we go there, for every hour we stay, they'll give us $45.
That's
Really?
a good parallel, yeah.
They'll give me free stuff for going to a place I hate? Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
That changes things.
Yeah, so I didn't go there because I love the place. I didn't go there so I could become part of the warehouse club. I went there for the benefits that it would give me. And that is part of the big difference. Before America decided that we were going to be a welfare state, people came here to build their lives and become Americans. Now people come here to get what they can get and never become Americans.
Bought by grifters to become grifters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got to take a break. We'll be back. Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Thank you for listening to the program. We appreciate all that you do. I hope y'all have a great Independence Day on what's the day? How do I say it again? Overmorrow?
Oh, it's very good.
Is it overmorrow?
'Tis the day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. Happy Independence Day. Is that what we're supposed to say, or do we say Happy 4th?
I like Independence Day.
I like Independence Day better, but is it because we're poorly educated that we say Happy 4th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just didn't know. Because the founders weren't like, hey, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate Independence Day on the 4th day of July.
That's how it
not
works.
The 4th. You think there was an effort to just not call it Independence Day? I don't.
It's kind of like Happy Holidays kind of thing. Yes, I do.
I got you.
Season's greetings, Scott.
Yeah, if you say
what does that mean?
we're just shutting down the whole
nonsense
show. We come in with that kind of stuff.
That's it.
We're done. It's done.
That's it.
It's over at that point in time. Let's get out to some of your phone calls. Simpler Days, welcome to the program.
Thanks, sir.
What's up, brother?
If you're from Slapout, Alabama, it's Happy Firecracker Day.
Right.
Not Cracker Day, Firecracker Day. Right.
It's a light fuse getaway kind of weekend. Slap out every weekend, baby. Yeah.
So start the festivities off right there. Hey, have either one of you had a chance to make it to Ellis Island?
I have.
I have not. My wife has been. I have this thing, Simpler Days, about I don't want to go to New York.
You afraid they'll keep you?
Yeah. You can't even protect yourself.
They might,
up there.
man. You might just fit right in, Scott.
Never been. Yeah, I'm sure I'll fit right in. Everybody in my family, Simpler Days, who have been to New York have come home and been like my son, he was like, yeah, Dad wouldn't like this place at all.
No. Well, you could talk some mess with him, though.
Well, you know what? My version of New York is very similar to John Rocker's version of New York.
I remember him well. Let's move on. Okay. What did you want to talk about, Simpler Days?
Times Square is full of fruits and nuts, that's for sure. But anyway,
it's like a bowl of granola.
If you want,
yeah,
that's right.
What ain't fruits and nuts is flakes.
You want to get a good shot. You want to get a good shot of patriotism. Just read some of those stories, and Scott, so sure you read them, of those. Those immigrants that came through Ellis Island and the legacy that they left and what they had to endure to get through there and learn the language, and then had to sit there in sweaty palms wondering whether they were going to be sent back if they had, had a cold or whatever they had. Yeah. But
they had to struggle
for them.
Yes, they had to struggle and earn it. They weren't paid off to come here and sorry.
But it's just amazing to see all those names from different countries and those people that the journey that they went through, just didn't jump a fence and come over. But
right.
Hey, did you see the couple in San Marcos, California? And they've gotten an attorney and they're suing the homeowners association. And for the last 20 years, they've displayed their American flag in front of their condo or condominium, whatever it is. Well, the homeowners association now has said you can't display it except on the inside of your home.
No way.
Did they give a reason?
Well, they said that where the flag stand, the holder is mounted, that it doesn't. It's a common area, and some of the language that they used was that the flag may be divisive.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We've come to a point, gentlemen, where the American flag now is divisive.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
I can. And I'll bet you $1,000, Simpler Days, if that same couple put out the Rainbow Warrior Liggity Bigot flag, that they would have no problems in that neighborhood.
Well, what they have done by doing this has opened other people's minds to what's going on, and now they're starting to see American flags pop up in the neighborhood.
Good.
And they've gotten an attorney, and they're saying, we're going to take this all the way to the wall. And now they've gotten a reprieve. They said, well, we're going to put this on hold for 60 days and see what happens, because Fox News and other media outlets have got involved in it. But
Good.
I never thought I'd live long enough to hear the word divisive in the American flag.
Yeah.
Simpler days. Unfortunately, that's where we are, and all you have to do is look over at England. I mean, they'll throw you in jail for and say it's a hate crime for putting out the English flag in some of their places, in some of their communities. So that's where we're heading. When you have people who, I don't know, it's brain damage, I guess. Simpler days where they will celebrate people from other countries just over the top with their flags and their patriotism for where they left, and then say that the American flag is divisive. It's astounding. But that's where we are, and it looks to me, Simpler days, like most of us Americans have decided we'll just keep riding it down. We don't care until it comes right to our doorstep, which will be way too late. We don't care.
Well, as long as they know who's on American Idol and that kind of stuff, that's what they're concerned about.
That's
Y'all
exactly
have a good
right.
weekend.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Happy Independence Day to you. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that anybody in America has the gall, the nerve, and look, I get it sometimes. If somebody was going to put up a 100-foot flagpole with a 50-something foot American flag, and it's just completely out of the norm. But the fact that just normal little flags hanging off somebody's house that have always been in America, and now homeowners associations and these different activist groups have decided that that's divisive or might hurt somebody's feelings or whatever, and that needs to be taken down. That's a deviation from history and tradition. And you don't destroy history and tradition because somebody got their feelings hurt or somebody's decided that they have a political axe to grind. I can't go with you on that. But it's kind of where we are.
Yeah, we have ceased to be our own rulers.
Yeah, we're not in charge of our own country, apparently.
No, when you can't fly the flag of your country without it being divisive, you've lost control.
You're no longer in charge of your country. Can you
what
imagine
does that say? Wrap your head around that for a moment.
Yeah. Can you
flag
imagine
of this
rolling
country
up to Mount Vernon and saying, "Hey, George, we got the homeowners association here, and that flag that Betsy Gate lady made you. You need to take that crap down because we think it's divisive."
Yeah, some people are offended by the flag that has been fought for and bled for all over the world. Yeah, okay. Sure, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what George would say? He'd say, "You know what? You're right." And he would say it very eloquently. "You're right. Let me go in here. What are you looking for, George? Martha, where's my pistols?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
"'Tis on the morrow we shall hang you after a fair and speedy trial." That's what he'd say.
Oh, I've got some traitors here I've got to deal with. God, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with these people. We're going to start taking a stand is what we're going to do.
That's what it's going to take.
We're going to start ridiculing them. And when that neighborhood out there, it says a lot of the people went ahead and took their flags down. They're down to that couple and their neighbor. Because people didn't want to, get torn up with the HOA or, I might have hurt somebody's feelings. Everybody in that neighborhood, it should have been like kicking over a fire ant bed. There should have been American flags everywhere, like Simpler Days was hoping, but it looks like most people capitulated to Karen and Kyle. We got to take a break. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Hey, don't forget Brian Dawson's podcast, 1819 News, the podcast. You can find it over at YouTube or any of the other places that you find your favorite podcast. But check it out over the weekend. You'll probably have a little bit of time. I know a lot of people will be off tomorrow. We are off tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow, Sky?
First thing I'm going to do, going to get a haircut.
Are you going to get a haircut?
Yes, about time.
All right. You think will the haircut place be open tomorrow?
Oh, I've had an appointment for a couple of weeks now. I just can't ever get over there.
Right.
So I'm going to take advantage of my day. Actually, I'll be here at the station. I've got some work to do, but then I'm going to get a haircut. So I know everybody will be thrilled to be informed of that. Then on Saturday, I am going to roast a 7-pound corned beef brisket.
A corned beef brisket.
Yes.
Flat
cut.
Do you do it in the oven or what?
Yes. Yeah, I do it in the oven.
Really?
It's kind of a tradition we have.
That's awesome.
Got to do the flat cut because people just come from miles around just to hear me lecture about making the perfect Reuben sandwich.
Corned beef
First,
brisket.
you have to roast your own. You got to have the flat cut.
Flat cut. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Is it brisket fat on one end, but a flat cut cuts off the fat part?
No. The other alternative is the point cut, and that just comes out all stringy and everything. It's more for boiling, corned beef.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so
like
flat cut brisket.
Flat
all
cut.
right, good.
Because then once I get it roasted after about 6 hours, I will slice it very thin and then grill that.
Grill the pieces.
Oh man! I mean,
get a little
caramelization
going on there, whatever the word is for meat. Wow.
Then
that sounds good.
Pumpernickel. Man, it's
I don't think it was for the 4th, but my grandmother, my mom's mom, used to make beef ribs in the oven, and she cooked them on some low temperature.
Low and slow, baby.
And she had
That's
her
the way to go.
So she didn't have some swanky big green egg or smoker or whatever, but she cooked them and she would cover them up in foil at the right time. And then she had this homemade barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. They were amazing. I don't know if I've had beef ribs more than once or twice since I was young.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
You see some of the visitors, they brought them over in Texas. They gave them some beef ribs first.
Uh-huh.
And they loved it. It was good.
Yeah.
Then they gave the pig.
Then they brought out the pork.
Yeah.
I think those beef ribs were the best ever, but it might have been the sauce, too. I mean, she had an unbelievable homemade sauce. I don't know where she got it. It probably came out of Reader's Digest in 1964. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure she worked on it over time. I'll eat an old shoe if it's covered in the right kind of barbecue.
Right kind of sauce. Let's go out to Joel, and then we'll get to Annie after that. Joel, welcome to the program. Happy Independence Day early to you.
Same to you. I was telling Sky, a distant cousin of mine was Dan Barfoot. He was a Medal of Honor winner, and he displayed an American flag up in Virginia. And the HOA, this is several years ago, HOA told him he couldn't do it. He actually had his on a pole, but he took him to court and he won.
All right.
But it's on the computer that would tell you all about it.
Okay, yeah, very good.
Good man.
Thank
Good
you.
man.
Barfoot in Virginia.
But y'all, Dan Barfoot.
Okay.
But y'all have a terrific day.
Hey, thank you, Joel. I appreciate you telling us that story. But notice the change in the country, that you would have to take that to court and win. Because look, I can tell you there's places in Alabama, you take it to court, and that rum-dum judge will tell you, no, the HOA's right.
And that's in Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't think they even bother anymore trying in some parts.
In some of these places.
Like the guy with the Minnesota Twins had in Minneapolis.
And the Somali Independence Day.
Yeah, you show an American flag up there, you.
Oh, you don't. You're in bad shape.
You're
I
living
can't even
in
hardly
Somalia,
tell the
brother.
difference in their state flag and the Somali flag.
Their Somali flag reminds me of the old Bonnie Blue flags.
It does a little.
But that's not at all what it stands for.
That's not what they meant.
No. No,
You know what's
not at
funny?
all.
What if when they were taking their like suggestions, some unreconstructed Southerners like, hey, what's this? I'm gonna put this in. See if they adopt that.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw it.
Let's go
All
to
right,
Annie.
wait a minute.
Annie,
Okay.
welcome to the program. Annie?
Annie? You're up.
I'm thinking Sandy.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Oh,
Well, I understand.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, Andy. Welcome to the show.
Guy, I thought you knew better than that.
I'm so
Why?
confused.
All right, it's okay.
Yeah,
All
appreciate
right. Two things about the flag.
Yes, ma'am.
One is when Obama was elected first and then again second time, I covered my flag with a black sheet.
Oh.
Just a side note, but about the birthright citizenship issue in 1997, I had a client come to my office, and she was here with her brother, her sister, and brother-in-law, and their children.
Okay.
They were from Tunisia. He was in the Tunisian military, whatever that means. He had come here for Air War College.
Okay.
They had a couple of small children, but they planned a pregnancy while they would be here, so that child would be born in America. So his parents had, they're not stupid.
Yeah, no.
They know what. Yeah. So
Yeah,
he was
I
born.
wonder why Judge Roberts and what's her name? I already told y'all. I've forgotten her name now. Not Kay Bailey Hutchinson, but our other judge, Amy Coney Barrett. They're aware. Surely they're aware of that kind of stuff going on. So why did they do to us what they did?
I don't know, but I personally knew them while they were here, and it was definitely a plan.
Yeah, and they planned it and did it, and you know them personally. It's a real story, not made up by some, right-wing activist. It's Andy telling us she personally knows it. Andy, I appreciate you.
You're so bad. All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks.
I mean, Andy knows them. That's what they do. People plan for their child to be born here to be an American citizen because it comes with tremendous privileges. And Clark is the one who told me this. It makes sense. Is that what they're doing is undermining the value of being an American citizen. They've already convinced a good portion of our country that your right to vote as an American citizen, your vote can be undervalued by letting other people vote illegally, letting illegal aliens vote, letting other people vote multiple times, doing things so that your vote doesn't count even though you did it right. They've diminished you're a citizen and you have a vote as an American citizen, and they've diminished it with all their cheating and mail-in ballots and keep the ballots open, and some people get multiple ballots and some people they don't show up. All that's diminished one of your rights, a core thing of being American, and now they're diminishing your citizenship. I saw a black lady on social media, Sky, and I wish everybody. I need to see if it has any profanities in it, and she is going off on the fact that the 14th Amendment has been twisted to cover the children of illegal aliens, and she says it diminishes what black Americans did when they were enslaved, and then America said, hey, that was our bad, and we want to enshrine your citizenship. You are Americans. You are part of this country. And she says this whole thing of letting illegal aliens, anchor babies, be a thing diminishes the citizenship of black Americans, the descendants of freed slaves. And I never thought about it that way, but she is absolutely right. If anyone should be upset about this, it should be the descendants of slaves who the 14th Amendment purposefully said, hey, look, we must enshrine your citizenship because you were slaves. And now that was a whole screwed up mess, and you are American citizens. And now we're just, it doesn't matter. You know, whatever. If you can just manage to get your backside over here and drop out a baby, that's a citizen. Because you know what? To these people, being an American citizen doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Because they want to say everybody's a citizen of the world anyway. So, you know, it's very similar with that no one's illegal on stolen land, all that bullhock. That is freaking globalist, one world government kind of talk. If they can make America a place where, hey, the citizens of the world, just anybody and everybody, why not make the whole world that way?
Sure.
So we can have our one world government so everybody can live under the exact same set of rules with whoever our oligarch betters are, which is another reason we should be celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States, is because we said, you know what, we're going to govern ourselves. Well, it wasn't for everybody. Well, no, duh. How do you start? Huh? You can't start.
It wasn't perfect, Scott.
You can't start with everybody. Y'all could have done it. You know what's funny?
What?
How many places around the world could have done what we did 250 years ago themselves?
But they didn't.
That's why so many people keep trying to come here.
Yes.
So don't give me this, oh, you didn't make it perfect enough for me. Stick that in your ear. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politicians.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. The couple things real quick. There's so much stuff to talk about. One of the reasons that we may be in some of the problems we're in, this just happened to pop up. I saw it during the break. It's from a Wall Street Journal poll from 2024. So my guess is these numbers are probably a little more separated. They're not any closer, I promise you. And this is funny. It says they polled young men and young women in 2024. So I don't know what ages it has. I'm having a hard time zooming in completely. So I was managed to figure out Wall Street Journal. The young men were a big portion of them. Dadgummit, what is wrong with this thing? It won't let me zoom at all, Sky. I guess I could take a picture of it and zoom in. Young men worried about the economy. Then worried about democracy, the government, the future of the country in general. Okay. Then worried about immigration.
Okay.
Sound fair?
Makes sense.
Let me see if I can give you the numbers on this. Here it is. So 17 points of the young men worried about the economy. 10 points worried about democracy. 8 points worried about immigration. 7 points worried about inflation. The highest two were 17 and 10, making 27, the economy and democracy. So it says young men are worried about getting a job and providing for families. Economy, democracy, future. That add them up together is 27. For women, a 22. You know what that issue was?
I hesitate to guess. What is it?
You would guess right, I'm sure. Abortion.
Of course.
The number two thing, doing a 7 for women, was economy. You know what they got on? Worried about democracy, worried about the government, worried about the future of the country? A 1. But what they were worried about, a 6-point concern, anti-right-wing ideology. Got to stop the right-wingers.
I'm just kind of speechless.
And here's the
abortion,
reason.
But abortion is the number one issue.
By far.
Not even close.
Not even close. A
We're
22.
We're doomed.
And then you got to come all the
finished.
way down to a 7 for the economy, and then a 6 for you got to oppose right-wing ideology.
I wonder where this country would be now had it not been for women's suffrage. And I can't help but leading into what you just said.
Yeah,
I have to pose the question.
I tell you what they did. I tell you what they.
Sorry,
did.
ladies, but
they women's suffrage was part of the strategy.
Of course.
And then they knew they would appeal to, but they followed women's suffrage with what argument? It was at the same time. And they knew what they were doing. They followed it with, and women need to be what?
Liberated.
Educated formally.
Well, okay. All right.
Because it is the colleges and the universities that have destroyed the mindset of so many younger women. There's no doubt about it. You can see picture after picture after picture after picture on the internet. There's like a whole hashtag of pictures of young ladies, their senior year in high school, happy, pretty, just, loves their family, send them off to pointy head school, and by their sophomore year, they look like Darth Vader's illegitimate bastard child with somebody in the Star Wars bar. Mom and Dad didn't do that to them. College did that to them. And so what I think happened was they said, hey, we have got to there was no bigger target in American society than young American females. I mean, they have just taken a psychological warfare beating for 100 years in this country.
It's been very successful.
The radical feminists who were also occultists. Scott, you didn't say that? Yes, I absolutely did. Most of the big feminist leaders from 100 years ago were occultists into all kinds of weird weird stuff. So they knew what they were doing. They knew who they were working for. And then you follow that up with Hollywood, the media, television, the magazines. And, man, it is a beating. And what did they do to people? They made Americans miserable. They made Americans hate their country. They made young American girls hate men. That's what they did.
Yeah, and they bought it.
They bought it.
The whole
they did
thing,
it on purpose.
I'm oppressed. I must liberate myself. I must join the workforce, put off having kids, put off having a relationship.
And be mad and angry at everybody.
And as it goes on, they become more and more hopeless and unfulfilled. And that anger does reach out, but it's so misdirected.
Well, that unfulfilled anger goes to the voting booth and votes for safety and security from the government.
Yes, that's the daddy. That's the leader of the family for them.
And
it's so sad.
And that will lead to a terrible place. So, look, what I'm trying to say is not a quote-unquote sexist thing.
No, it's
the simple thing that I say about everybody, men, women, and all of us. We make very good decisions when we are given the facts. We make terrible decisions when we're lied to. And I would argue that millions upon millions upon millions of young American women who have gotten older now have been lied to over and over and over. And unfortunately, they're paying a very high price for it, and we are paying a very high price for the lies that were fed to people. And they made I would argue, rational decisions, sometimes emotionally based, but somewhat rational decisions because of lies. And so I guess what I'm doing, Sky, is saying, hey, look, it's not necessarily your fault. You were lied to. Question is, are we smart enough to realize when we've been lied to and rebel against the liars?
Right.
That's
Stop
the
with
question.
the Stockholm syndrome of defending the people that have
abused
you.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
Very good
exactly.
point. Hey, we got a full bank of calls. Goodness gracious. We'll get to those immediately after this break. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. We appreciate you calling. Let's get out to your phone calls. We will take them in order. Soldier Boy, welcome to the program.
Thank you for taking my call today.
Absolutely, Soldier Boy. Happy Independence Day to you. Thank you for your service.
And happy, absolutely. And I want to say to everybody, a happy heterosexual Pride Month again. It is the second day.
You got it.
Yes. I have my pronouns of straight Christian male. So that's just my pronouns if you want to address me, Scott.
Absolutely. I just want to thank you for calling straight Christian male, Soldier Boy.
That's right. I'll answer to any of those pronouns. Hey, you know what's so funny is they had yesterday on Fox News in the morning show, and they had an interview live with the ex-police chief of New York City Police Department. Okay. And he was talking about that what's happening is Mondani is being kind of sly about it, okay? He has not increased the police budget. He has kept it the same. But the thing is, here's the point. They're losing an average to 8 to 10% in attrition every year and not replacing those officers.
So they're just letting
it fade away. Doesn't it?
Yeah. That's what y'all do down in Montgomery, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's why we went down. When I first got here, 20 years ago, we were at 535 officers. We're down to 180 now. So, hey.
Yeah. Things have gotten so much safer, Soldier Boy, that you just don't need that many officers. It's safe down there.
What he says.
And that's why I carry concealed all the time in my vehicle and on my person. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever, Scott.
I understand.
But that's so interesting. And do you remember the movie? Was it Operation Valkyrie with Tom Cruise in it?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when Himmler, the colonel from the reserves, was coming to arrest Himmler, right? Because Operation Valkyrie was in play. They thought they was in play, and he was ready to take his cyanide pill and bite it and die. Okay.
Okay.
Hitler calls on the phone, and he looks at the colonel and says, "Are you a loyal member of the Democratic Socialist Party?" He goes, "Yes, sir." He says, "Well, you might want to pick up and address this phone call." He said, "Do you know who this is? This is your Führer." Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's funny is they call Trump a Nazi. They don't even know what they're saying.
Right.
They're just spitting words out because a Democratic Socialist, the Nazis were National Democratic Socialist Party.
That's right.
Look it up. Google it all you want. Soldier Boy didn't change the history or anything. That's exactly what it was. But it's interesting. Every time they say something, they're talking really about themselves.
You're right. Soldier Boy,
That's
thank
what
you,
they're
buddy.
talking about.
Thank you. Good point.
General Patton may have been right.
Patton was right about a bunch of stuff. Let's go to Clark. Clark, welcome to the program, and thank you for your service, Clark.
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. Happy Independence Day.
Yes, so that's a great thing. Now, backing up to where you were, like you said, every illegal vote that they allow to be cast diminishes the value of legitimate votes.
Correct. Of the votes of citizens.
Yes. And when citizenship is conferred to those that do not deserve it, it diminishes the value of the citizenship of those that do deserve it. And if somebody doesn't understand why we're upset about this, it's pretty simple. People do not like it when you steal from them. And we especially do not appreciate it when the theft is blatant and brazen, and the thieves dare us to do anything about it.
That's where we are, Clark, and you're absolutely right.
That's where we are.
Every day, regular Americans, regular Alabamians are dared to do something about it. It's not like we don't know anymore. We didn't know a few years ago. It was all this vague, maybe so, maybe not. But now it's just right in front of our faces, and they're just laughing at us.
Blatant theft. Yeah. Now, here's something that we're not talking about that we should be, Scott.
Okay.
And that's SCOTUS and the mail-in ballot counting.
Yeah, I know.
Well, here's the deal. They're working day and night to get that, what is it, the National Popular Vote Pact?
Yeah.
Where the person that wins the National Popular Vote gets all of the Electoral College ballots.
Yeah.
Virginia has already surrendered theirs.
I got a copy of...
Back up to 2020.
Yeah.
Back up to 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could name the 6 states pretty quick, but basically the steal took place in 6 states, right?
I think that is right.
It's really not.
I can't remember if it was 5 or 6.
Oh, it was 6. And, Arizona, New Mexico, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. But anyway, it really wasn't stolen in 6 states. It was stolen in 6 cities.
Correct.
But wait, it really wasn't stolen in 6 cities. It was stolen in just a handful of precincts. Now, if we allow this national popular vote thing to go through, and they get to count mail-in ballots that did not arrive on Election Day, I can tell you exactly how long they're going to count ballots, Scott. You know how long it will take to finish counting ballots?
Until the results are reached that they desire.
That is it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how long they will count votes.
Yep. And who gave us that decision? Was that Kay Bailey Coney again, or was that Roberts?
I'm just laying it on. From now on, I'm laying it all on Robert.
Okay, because I knew he did the Anchor Baby, but I thought what's her name did the votes.
It's his court. I'm putting it all on him. Now, here's the thing about what you said about African Americans being upset about the location of the magical canal during time of birth. Can you remember, I think it was 1986, Trevor Berbick versus Mike Tyson? Can you remember that fight?
Not really.
20-year-old Mike Tyson, TKO, second round. Poor Trevor Berbick, he didn't know who he was or where he was. Mills Lane stopped the fight. Don King, before that fight, was Trevor Berbick's manager. You know what Don King did when he climbed through the ropes?
What'd he do?
He stepped over an unconscious Trevor Berbick to get to Mike Tyson to sign him. Now, the minute the Democrats perceive that African Americans cannot deliver them a winning block vote, they will step over them to whoever they think can, just like Don King stepped over Trevor Berbick.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. I'll tell you another thing they do, another trick they're doing. The reason they care about quote-unquote Somali this, Somali that, the reason the press is using the Somalis as, they're innocent victims, is because they think that black Americans are dumb enough to go, hey, wait a minute. Those people they're black. Therefore, I'm going to identify with them, and therefore they're oppressed and they're victims, and we should be on the same side as them, and we should be against Donald Trump, and we should be against the people who are trying to stop fraud. and we should be against the people who are trying to stop illegal immigrants and birthright citizenship, the whole 9 yards. That's why the Somali immigrants are now the poster child, because they figured out that Hispanic immigrants were not working because, you know how they've come along and said, oh, it's always, the brown and black people are being oppressed. The brown and black people.
Hey.
Well, they threw both those words in because they tried to merge it together, and it wasn't working. So now it's just, hey, look, these folks who happen to be darker are being they're after them. We must save them. We should vote for Democrats every day. That's what they're doing.
Two things there.
Okay.
One.
Hey, we got to take a break,
You had a
Clark.
caller.
Hold that. I'm going to let you carry over for just
Okay.
a second to that last segment. We got so much stuff to do in very little time. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. Let's let Clark finish up. Clark, welcome back in.
I'm trying to wrap this up quick because you could prep other people.
Okay.
So several years ago, you had a caller that said that the Democrats were making a terrible miscalculation with the mass Hispanic immigration
Yeah.
because they are reflexively, both economically and culturally, conservatives. They didn't know what conservatism was yet, but they'd get around to figuring it out.
Yeah, something
And the
along those
reason
lines.
the
I would not say that has been 100% true, but it has
It won't be
been.
100% true, but it will be more than 60-40% true, which the Democrats cannot afford.
That's fair.
Okay. Now, the reason the Democrats made that miscalculation is the same reason they're making the miscalculation with supporting the Somalis, because when you are reflexively racist, you lump people together, you fail to recognize that there are individual considerations, et cetera, and that's what they're doing in both cases here. I don't know. It kind of tells you who somebody is when, well, look, they're not white as we are. They're going to vote Democrat.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Get somebody else, Scott.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you, Clark. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Happy Independence Day to you. So, Sky, I want to finish out with one of the reasons to be thankful to live in the state of Alabama, not just to live in the United States. And I think you made a good point off the air. The problem a lot of us have here in America, the people who hate America, is they're not very grateful.
Lack of gratitude.
They don't know what they have. They don't know how different this country is from other places in the world. And a lot of that is because what we've been taught. I mean,
exactly.
Just the idea is most Americans believe that the rest of the world is just smaller versions of America. And you don't have to travel overseas very long in a normal capacity. You're not a Hollywood kind of person. They don't see the real world. They're not having to go around and get anywhere. They're in the nicest hotels with security and the whole 9 yards. But another thing I'm thankful for here in Alabama, did you see the comments that the new socialist mayor of New York told the people up there?
I did, regarding their air conditioning settings.
So they're having a heat wave, which means it's hot like it is here, okay?
Maybe that hot.
Maybe. And Mondami goes out and says, where's the quote? New York, it's hot out there, and the power grid is working overtime to keep us cool. Set your AC to 78 degrees, turn off lights, electronics you're not using, and unplug what you can. Our city is doing its part, too, maintaining the 78-degree rule in our buildings. 78 degrees in the summer is hot.
I can't sleep
inside a building.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Where's it at? Peak electricity demand, asking private partners to do the same and powering down non-essential equipment. A stable grid means the AC stays on and lives are saved. Let's ease demand and get through the heat together.
Yes.
When was the last time that elected official in Alabama, whether your power is delivered by a co-op, TVA, Alabama Power, whoever, when's the last time an Alabama leader said, hey, you turn your air up to 78 because we're going to blow the grid up?
Now, there's the hill we'll die on right there, our air conditioners in Alabama.
And you know what? I think it's fair to remind ourselves, I'm fine. Look, I don't want to pay what California pays. I don't want to pay what some of these places pay. But all the moaning and whining that's done around here,
yes,
for our power to be just exquisitely on almost all the time is another. We just don't know what we got.
Gratitude, amen. And what you're witnessing in New York with Mayor Mondami and turn your air conditioner up, turn off this. It's just that warmth of collectivism.
Yeah, that warm feeling. That's what he said you're going to get, right?
Collectivism. It's just heating up. It's just getting a little warmer in the collective in New York City.
See what the cost
There's
of power
much more to come.
Is. So we pay in Alabama, what was it, 15 cents, 16 cents a kilowatt hour? And our power's on, right?
Yeah. Right?
Our air conditioner works. You know what? You want to know what it is in New York City? On average?
28 cents. 26.
31 cents.
No way. Double.
31 cents. And you get your little communist mayor to come out and say, hey, we got to put it on 78.
Think about it. I don't want it on 78 in the wintertime when it's snowing in Alabama, okay? That's intolerable. I might as well not have it.
Unbelievable. I am so thankful for at least the parts of the United States that are still the United States. You know?
Yes.
God bless America. God bless Alabama. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. Have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Independence Day. Hug your family. Tell them how much you love them. And we'll be back and talk to y'all again on Monday. See y'all.
You're listening to Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.